You're listening to the Talk Box. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, you're listening to the Talk Box with Son. You're listening to the Talk Box. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. I was having technical difficulties, but it's okay. Rise and shine. Today we got another opportunity to get some things right that we didn't have quite right on yesterday. So I want you guys to make sure that you're sharing the live on today. This is a special segment, Where Your Squad At? And I have a special guest in the building. It's Santoya Crutchfield. As you guys may or may not know, that's my daughter. That's my beloved. That's my baby girl. And she's with us this morning. Y'all give a hand clap of praise. Good morning, Santoya.
Good morning, Mama.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. I slept good. I finally got some sleep.
Oh, well, that's always a good thing. Good morning, Anissa. Good morning to you. I just want to say to you guys this morning, this is a very special segment. Let me start off by telling you this story. There's a story in the Bible that says that a man was paralyzed and he had 4 friends and they took him to Jesus to get healed, but the place was so packed, you guys, that they couldn't get in. So his squad, somebody say his squad took him to the roof and tore the roof off the building and lowered him down so that he could get healed by Jesus. So my question to you guys today is, where is your squad at? Where is your people who is really your ride or die? Where is the people who you can really count on when things get rough? Do you really have some folk that is your 4 flat tires? They down with you like 4 flat tires? What do you got to say, Santoya, about the squad?
I think that's a very, very important topic. Who you have around you every day, you're most likely to share habits with. You're most likely to do the same type of things. And iron sharpens iron. So if you don't have iron around you, you're not getting sharpened. And sometimes, a lot of times, I know I have done this myself. I think I have misplaced friends, given friends who I knew couldn't fulfill a responsibility or hold up to that level of friendship, that title, and they failed me. You know what I mean? So you never want to. What if he did not have his friends? What if he did not? What if one of them was like, "Oh, baby, you
too heavy.
You too heavy." What if one of them said, "Well, what if what's the plan after that?" If one of them said, "What's the plan after that?" That would have created doubt in their head. They might have went.
Right.
If one of his friends didn't want to go, some of the others might have been too heavy for them to carry.
Right.
So your friendship, man, that is so important. Who you hold friendships with and what kind of friend you are.
That's true. And what I got was this. There was 4 friends carrying the paralyzed man right to Jesus, right? So 4 represents this. One of them each had a corner. So they was lifting them up. And it was 4 friends. And then I thought about, there's 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. So sometimes you got friends at the wrong time. It's okay for seasons to come and go with your friends. Sometimes I tell them this, and I've told you, Bad company corrupts good character, number one. And number two, everybody in your circle is not in your corner. When I think about these four friends that lifted him up, they lifted him up. They each was holding a corner. That means that they each had a role to play. And like you were just saying, if one of them had to start murmuring and complaining, that spirit would have got on all of them, and then this man wouldn't have been blessed. So my thing to everybody today is, who is in your squad? My daughter calls it a tribe, but who's in your tribe? Who's in your squad? What season are you in? Are you holding the corner for one of your friends, or are you letting somebody down? The only time you should let somebody down is when you letting them down to the solution. Like these people, they was raised up. The other thing that I saw in the story is this: they tore the roof off the building. Do you got some friends with you that will help you kick in some doors if you want to start a business? Do you got some friends that'll tear the roof off of the place just to get you in? Or are you connected to some folk that's giving you unwise counsel? I got to relate that back to another story. The story about Amnon and Tamar, the King David's son, who was in love with his own sister. And he told his friend, hey man, I'm sick. Dude, what's wrong with you? I'm your ride or die. Tell me what's going on. Man, I'm in love with my sister. And then his friend told him, well, if I were you, that's why you got to be careful when folks say, if I were you, and they don't mean you no good. He said, if I were you, I would just go tell my daddy that I'm sick. And then when she come in, go ahead and rape her and take it. Those are unwise counsel. And so we got to be careful about that too. But when we're talking about our squads, and like you said, when you're around people who don't work, you ain't going to work. When you're around people who don't have a vision, you're not going to have a vision. When you're around folk that sit around and murmur and complain, you gonna start complaining. Yeah,
I definitely believe that. I think while you were talking, I was thinking about two things. One, we have to be careful on what's on the inside of us. I truly believe through my personal experience that I am whatever that comes to me, I am that. So you really need to start checking yourself when your friends do fail. How many friends have you failed? How many times have you lied? How many times have you said you was coming and didn't come? You got to check yourself. Once you start showing up for yourself, and once you start loving on yourself and really being a friend to yourself, those friends will follow. Because a lot of times we want to sit down and say, woe is me. Oh, such and such didn't do this and I did that. Okay, but what about over here? What'd you do over here?
Yeah.
That is something that I think that we miss a lot. A lot of times we have no self-accountability. And even with this, who we allow in, maybe you didn't do nothing, but you see who this person is. You continue to hang out with them. You continue to let them misuse your friendship. That is on you. That ain't even on the friend no more. I think that's something that I think our generation in therapy is leaning towards, because once you really get yourself together, the friends are going to come. But I think too, a lot of times, a lot of us try to misassign our friends. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if you call someone your best friend, do y'all share the same morals? A lot of time, some of that gets skipped over. And it's important. When I was younger, I always wanted to be so inclusive, which inclusiveness has its place, but in your family and in your friendships, it needs to be a solid thing. Why is it mixed up? Why do you believe in this and they believe in that? Because when you get down to daily experiences, that's gonna come out. So you can't be mad at that person. They already told you what they like, what they dislike, how it was. Be mad at yourself. I had to learn that when a
I
couple
like that.
be mad
I
at
like
you,
that.
baby.
I
It's
like
not
that.
them. But we misassign them because they might be an orange and we sitting there calling them an apple. That's an orange.
I like that. The other analogy that I have on friendship is this. Friendship, all kinds of ships. Whatever ship you own, friendship, relationship, whatever ship it is. Sometimes we got to look at it like a tree. The tree have branches, the tree have a trunk, the tree have roots, and the tree have leaves. And some of us have friends that we call our friends who were only supposed to be leaves. And you know that a leaf flies away when the wind blows too hard. And then you got the branches. You can stand on that branch for a little while, but it'll soon break. But then you got the root of the tree that's down in the ground and it's wrapped around the rocks and it's holding steady. But some of us have put people in the position of a root when they're only a leaf. Or you put people in the position of being a leaf and they were supposed to be a root. Some of us have thrown away some good root valuable friendships when you thought that they were a leaf and they were supposed to be a root. Now, somebody on the live just said that we can outgrow friends as well. That's why it's so important for us to assess our circle, because everybody in your circle is not in your corner. If we are not going in the same direction, we have to be spiritually mature enough that when the atmosphere or when God says, I'm going to separate you to elevate you, we got to be okay with that. Sometimes God separates us to elevate us. And it's for our good. It's for your good. I remember when I had a conversation with one of my workers and I said, babe, I think the season is over for your position right now. And what happened was they called me back and told me, oh, Miss Sonia, you were so right, because I needed to be here in this season. And so when we hold on to folk too long, we'll mess up their lives and our lives too. Yeah.
We will. And that's something else to consider too. Once, because a lot of us are praying right now for certain things. I know I am. But are you really prepared for that? Because if you want entrepreneurship, you got to be around a lot of disciplined people. If you want certain things, you want to be going on vacations a lot, be around people that vacation. So that will cause a separation for elevation. And my favorite was sometimes it'd be rejection for protection. Because sometimes I'd be like, oh, I want to be friends with them. Then, honey, no, you don't. No, you don't want to be friends with them. God be like, just come back over here.
I like that. Somebody say rejection for protection. Sometimes God have allowed you to be rejected just to protect you. I want to remind you to watch out for your Jonadabs in your life. Jonadabs are people who give you unwise counsel. I want somebody to put in the chat, unwise counsel. We will stay away from unwise counsel. And you know unwise counsel because people will give you advice that they won't even take for themselves. Girl, if I was you, I would get rid of that man. That might be the same woman that want your man. Man, if I was you, I wouldn't put up with her. 9 times out of 10, that may be the man that's after your woman. If I were you, I wouldn't put up with them treating me like that on that job. That's because they want your place. We gotta be careful. We got to be careful because the enemy, he's cunning. He's baffling. You know, he'll baffle you a little bit. Like, I thought you was my friend. Well, they might have been your friend in the summer. But we just talked about the 4 friends that had a corner to each one of those, that mat, and to lower that man down, that represents those 4 seasons. And you got to check those seasons, baby. And if the season is over, let that hot meat go. The season might just
Not
be
that
over.
hot meat.
Honey, it's burning your mouth. It's burning your whole house down, and you still trying to do it. Let me say this. Sometimes, because we are loving people, we try to hold on to folk. We try to help people. But God taught me this, even with you, Santoya. God said,
it ain't what the show about.
sometimes we got to let people go so that they can grow at their own pace. Sometimes God said, you in my way. I'm just trying to help them. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Throw them out and let them stand on their own, because God is saying, you're in my way. I'm trying to take them another way. And sometimes we become gods in some of our friends' eyes, some of our children's eyes, some of our family eyes, when God is saying, you're not the God. The only reason you're able to do what you're doing for them is because of me. So move out the way and let them find me. Yeah.
I definitely, with what you said, with that, what I've been praying for lately, and a prayer that just comes up periodically is, please allow me to know my place in people's lives. Allow me to know when I'm doing too much. Allow me to know when I'm doing too little, and allow every transition to be easy. That has been, y'all, pray for them easy transitions and see what happens. They won't pop up no more. I am telling y'all, easy transitions. On top of, I think I told you this, Mama. Me and one of my friends were talking, and we done put this together. She had put it together, but I added a last word: remove, replace. Excuse me. I done already messed it up. Let me rewind. Reveal. Because a lot of times we don't even know what's going on, Lord. We don't know our friends' intentions. We don't know our own intentions or missteps. So reveal, remove, replace, replenish with my friendships, Lord. That I have really been praying about that. Reveal, remove, replace, and replenish.
Oh man, Santoya just gave y'all a mouthful. Y'all need to go on and write that down, because you know you got to write the vision, make it plain. So we gonna remove, reveal, replace.
Oh, look, we done got it. Reveal. Reveal is first, because you got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You got to know what's going on. Then take them up out of there, replenish that place, and then replace. And he'll do that. He will do that. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat too. So my question to you guys today is, who would carry you? Do you know how to identify who your 4 flat tires really are? Does your ride or die trust what God have told you? Does your squad talk with wisdom or with foolishness? Who is able to carry you? And then again, what Santoya said, who are you carrying? Because this is a give and take thing. A friendship should be a give and take. You can't just be a taker all the time. If somebody always borrow from you, but you can't never borrow from them, then maybe, just maybe, you need to cut them off. Not in meanness, but really out of love. Because again, you might be in God's way in regards to that. So we're gonna assess our circle this morning. We're gonna reveal. God, reveal it to us. Reveal to us who's supposed to be in our corner. remove those that's not supposed to be there, and then replenish us with who's supposed to be there, and then replace those that mean me no good in this season. And then for us, let's be spiritually mature enough that when folk walk out of our lives, we need to learn this scripture. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. And it's okay. That's why it's so good to get on every day, because this is morning motivation to help drive us on our journey to abundant living. Let me tell you what abundant living is. Abundant living is having a balance. Abundant living is learning how to tap into your joy even when your house is on fire. Abundant living is being able to be at peace in the midst of confusion. Abundant living is having and possessing things that money cannot buy. And you can have abundant living when you know where your squad at. So where your squad at today? Where your tribe at? Who in your tribe today? Who's in your tribe today?
Eric, I want to say Eric Simmons made a great point. I think he just came on here. Hey, look, he said, change people, places, and things help me. It's so important. If you want to elevate, you cannot hang at the same places. It's certain stores that I just don't be want to go to no more, just because I might see such and such. Let me just go ahead and drive a little 5 extra minutes so I can, do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is so important with the elevation. If you want to elevate, you must separate. It's no way around it.
Right. So we're gonna remember and go ahead and write in the chat, separate to elevate. And I'll give you a reference with that with me. Okay, most people know that I smoked crack for a long time. Where in order for me to stop smoking crack, I couldn't go to the dope house no more. I had to change my people, places, and things. I remember when I first got off of crack, I would not even carry money, paper money, in my pocket because I knew where to get a piece of crack for $5. So I couldn't carry $5. I had to change the way that I did things because I wanted something different. Sometimes you got to want something different. If you don't want nothing different, what do they teach me at the drug rehabilitation? You can't keep doing the same thing the same way and expect a different result. That is insanity. So if you keep on bumping your head, you're going to keep on getting them big bruises. You got to do something different. You've got to change. You've got to allow God to step in and separate you. And let me tell you this. Let's get back to the story. When the people came and when the four friends was carrying their friend who was paralyzed, the reason why they started carrying their friend and decided to scale the building and tear the roof off and lower their friend
Can
down.
I insert right there? That's illegal, right? That's illegal. That's craziness. They probably people talking about them. My bad. Everything. I just want to put that out because that wasn't a regular, easy friendship. That wasn't no easy friendship right there.
But to start off, guess why they had to do it? Because the building was full. So sometimes you can't go through the front door. Sometimes you got to go through the roof. Sometimes you got to kick the back door in. Sometimes you got to find a different way of doing things. The place was so packed that they couldn't get in. Do you understand that you're not gonna go the same route as everybody else? That road is too full for you. And then I want to remind you that God created you as a peculiar people. That means he created you differently. You are different. Stop trying to be a round peg fitting into a square hole. Do some things differently. Get some different kind of friends. You know, when I was younger, I was a nerd. So, you know, a lot of people didn't like me. So when I got older, I kind of gravitate to other nerds because what I learned is them different folk got qualities that we need. The folk that everybody else ostracized, them can be some good. They tires don't even go flat. When you say I got friends like 4 flat tires, they tires don't never go flat. You got to get some different kinds of friends. Oh my goodness. That's powerful right there. But you gotta do some things different. We gotta stop living in insanity. All right, Santoya. Well, listen. Again, I love you. I'm so thankful that you were my guest on today, even though it was like pulling teeth. But wasn't she good, everybody? Woo! Give me some hand claps.
Even though you just told me, really.
Eric just said setting boundaries, knowing that I'm worth setting the boundaries and not moving that boundary line. That's my comment. I'm gonna tell you
that's how what I was talking about earlier. Once you start loving yourself and having boundaries with yourself, and what did he just say? He said, setting boundaries. You got to set boundaries with yourself, knowing that I'm worth this boundary. Like there's a reward for this boundary. No, I don't like going to the gym, but I know the worth of it. I get to play with my kids without running out of breath. You know, hopefully I get to stay a little longer. So once you start doing that self-worth, your squad, your tribe with your frequency, it's going to be aligned immediately once you align with yourself.
And let me go on and put this out there. And I'm not trying to be egotistical, but this is just what it is. You are a bag of chips and a cherry Coke. You are. Okay. So don't apologize for the greatness that's in you. I refuse to apologize. You don't have a problem with me. You have a problem with how God have created me. So you got to take it up with my creator. Don't apologize. Don't try to shrink up just because you're shining. You know that shining blinds people. Because I'm shining, I've blinded you to my greatness. But my greatness, I didn't get there by myself. My greatness is because that's what God has designed me to be. So I'm not going to apologize for being blessed. I'm not going to apologize for wearing the coat of many colors. Y'all do know the story about Joseph. He had all of his brothers that was jealous of him because his daddy gave him a coat of many colors. Well, I want to remind you, wear your coat, baby. Put it on. It don't matter whether it's winter, spring, summer, or fall. Wear the coat that God has given to you. All right, Santoya, you got anything left to say today?
Just in all things, go to the Lord in prayer. I really believe it. Friendships, self-love, whatever problem you got, go within. Go to him first.
All right. Well, you guys, thank you so very much for coming on. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. I'll probably be at the airport, you guys. But I love you guys coming on. We had a lot of new people on today. Thanks for coming on. Want to remind you that we're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget to go over to the Talkbox YouTube channel and subscribe. I would appreciate that. And if you happen to miss a show, just go to YouTube. Check it out. We got a lot of things going on. And so we just want to remind you that you have the right, the authority, and permission from the big guy upstairs to live an abundant life. God bless you. And you know what? Y'all.
You're listening to the Talkbox Society. You're listening to to the talk box. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, yeah. Listening to the talk box with Son. Yeah, listening to the talk box. Let's talk about it. Talk about it.